What if the moment we call the end is actually the most sacred beginning of all? Imagine this. Your body grows still, your breath fades, but deep inside something luminous begins to awaken. That spark you've always carried, your soul, is not extinguished. It simply steps into another dimension. In metaphysics, this moment isn't destruction, it's transition. The instant the heart stops beating, the soul begins detaching itself from the body, not abruptly, but like untying a thread woven through every memory and emotion you've ever felt. At first, the soul feels light, weightless, calm, surrounded by silence that almost sings. It looks back one last time. It sees the body, the people crying, the faces it loved. And instead of fear, there's peace. Because now it understands. Death was never an end. It was a doorway. Edgar Cayce described this moment as the release of consciousness from its cocoon. He said what we fear as dying is actually the soul remembering how to fly. Every soul is met by light, sometimes loved ones who crossed before, sometimes unseen guides whose presence feels familiar. They don't speak with words, they speak with knowing. And their message is always the same: you are safe, you are home. During the first 7 days after death, the soul lingers close to the world it just left. It watches, it listens, it still feels connected. This isn't superstition, it's spiritual physics. Energy doesn't vanish, it shifts vibration. In those first days, the soul is curious, tender, confused. It moves through familiar places, revisits rooms filled with laughter, touches the faces of those who cry. It doesn't yet understand that no one can see or hear it, but it's there, right beside you. That's why many people report sensing their loved one in the first week. A sudden warmth in the air, a familiar scent, a flicker of light that feels intentional. These are the soul's first attempts to say, "I'm still here." Cayce taught that our emotions during this period deeply affect the soul's passage. Despair holds it close, peace helps it rise. Every prayer, every gentle thought, every moment of gratitude acts like a current of light guiding it upward. So if you've lost someone recently, talk to them with love. Tell them you're okay, because your calm becomes their wings. After the first week, the soul enters a deeper stage, 40 days of review and release. This is when it sees its life like a movie, but from every perspective. Not as punishment, but as understanding. It feels the emotions it once caused, the pain, the joy, the kindness, the neglect, all at once. Every act becomes visible energy, and guided by luminous beings, the soul learns its lessons through compassion. These 40 days are also when connections to earth gently loosen. Homes, possessions, titles, they no longer matter. What remains is pure love, distilled from everything else. Dreams during this period often intensify. Those who are sensitive may feel vivid visits, hear messages, or experience moments of peace so strong they can't explain them. That's because the soul is saying its goodbyes, quietly, tenderly, and with light. If you've ever woken from a dream about someone who passed and felt peace instead of pain, that was their way of saying, "Thank you, I'm ready now." And before you continue watching, remember to subscribe, because the more we understand this unseen journey, the less we'll ever fear it. Sometimes what feels like coincidence is divine guidance. You hesitate for no reason, you miss a flight, you take a road you've never taken, and later you realize that one small shift saved everything. That's not luck, it's the whisper of a soul still watching over you. After transition, the soul doesn't lose awareness, it expands it. It sees across time, recognizing crossroads you can't yet perceive. So it moves subtle energy around you, a delay, a call, a feeling, to steer you towards safety or purpose. Cayce described this as spiritual synchronization. Souls we love become part of our intuition. Every sudden urge, every quiet warning might be them, not controlling you, but guiding gently, lovingly. Next time something feels miraculously right, pause and whisper, "I know it's you," because it probably is. As the bond strengthens, the signs evolve into a dialogue, not in words but in presence. A light flickers during a memory. A song plays the exact moment you think of them. Numbers repeat, birthdays, anniversaries, the day they passed. These aren't random, they're code, energy signatures from the other side. Edgar Cayce said consciousness is electrical, and after death, it becomes easier to move through fields of light, radios, lights, clocks, even the air itself. That's why loved ones often use technology as a medium. But it's not the flicker that matters, it's the timing. When it happens exactly when you need comfort, that's how you know. So don't dismiss it as coincidence. Smile, say their name. Acknowledge them. Every time you do, the bridge strengthens. A year passes. The tears have softened, but the absence still echoes. You think the soul has left, but in truth, it's only now becoming whole. After a year, metaphysical teachings say the soul completes its earthly cycle. It's learned how to move between dimensions, how to stay connected not through signs, but through you. Now it speaks in peace, not in phenomena. In your sudden calm, your gentle smile, the warmth in your chest. That's not imagination, it's resonance. Cayce wrote, "Souls remembered with love become light that guides the living." So when you feel serenity where there used to be sorrow, know this, your loved one has ascended and they are reflecting that peace back to you. The connection hasn't ended, it's evolved. They no longer say, "I'm here," but whisper, "Keep going." So now I'll ask you, when you close your eyes and think of them, what do you feel? Pain or peace? Because if it's peace, even for a heartbeat, then their journey and yours is perfectly complete.